listening to the Agent Survival Guide podcast, a podcast for today's insurance agents. Informing, educating, empowering, improving the way you do business in an industry that's anything but static. In today's episode, the quickest and easiest solution is not always the path that leads to your goals. We're looking at ways to self-reflect to be sure you keep on the path of success. Are you self-sabotaging your insurance sales success? Written by Emily Markovic. Quote, "Nothing in the world is worth having or worth doing unless it means effort, pain, difficulty." End quote. You've probably heard some version of that in your lifetime, but the original saying comes from our 26th president, Teddy Roosevelt. There are often reasons or circumstances that hold us back from reaching success, but sometimes these roadblocks are based on misconceptions that can keep us from achieving what we really want. Today, we'll go through a few questions to ask yourself, and we'll also debunk a few myths, all in the hopes of helping you determine if you may be self-sabotaging your insurance sales success. Getting started with the first question, are you reviewing your insurance portfolio? We recently went over some signs that it's time to expand your portfolio, along with why it's important to continuously add to your selling options. Your insurance portfolio is a key element to your business success. I have said it before and I will say it again. It is that important. A well-rounded and competitive portfolio can help you secure more successful sales. And it can open the door to cross-selling ancillary health insurance or life insurance products with your Medicare sales. Now, let's debunk two myths involving this portfolio question. The first myth, reviewing and updating my portfolio is a hassle that will take too much time. Agents who are partnered with Ritter Insurance Marketing are in luck. Our sales specialists conduct portfolio reviews, and with that info, put together free smart sheets. This resource outlines the competitive carriers and plans in a specific local sales market, easily indicating which carriers to contract with. This service can save you time and take away some of the stress that assessing insurance contracting options can cause. The second myth, contracting is a frustrating and time-consuming process. If you believe this myth, you have never used Contract Now. This tool is Ritter's proprietary online contracting system equipped with a user-friendly interface, convenient batch contract completion, and helpful reminders before submission. You have more than 120 competitive carriers to choose from to keep your insurance portfolio stocked with a competitive range of products. Just a quick note, newly registered agents must speak with their sales specialist to unlock the Contract Now feature. But that is the perfect opportunity to request your portfolio review and get started. Next question. Are you holding Medicare educational events? Educating prospects, leads, and clients is one of the greatest ways to create trust. Think about it. Would you want to leave your car in the hands of a mechanic who didn't seem like he knew what to do? Those looking for Medicare or other insurance coverage want to be certain they are buying from an agent who is knowledgeable. What better way to showcase your knowledge than by holding an educational event? In addition to proving your knowledge, this is also a great opportunity to promote brand awareness for your business. That leads us to the myth that hosting a Medicare educational event will be a pain to plan. Planning your event doesn't have to be complicated. Educational events can be held in a public venue. So we suggest checking out some restaurants that have separate rooms or areas that accommodate larger parties. Some options include Olive Garden, Chili's, Denny's, or IHOP. Other locations to consider are senior living or community centers. Remember, under no circumstance should you hold educational events in-home or in one-on-one settings, or a location that is not accessible by the general public. You may even be able to compliantly hold a virtual education event. If you're holding a virtual presentation, you'll need to choose an online platform for hosting it, like Skype, Zoom, or Facebook Live, for example. Carriers can have specific rules regarding a virtual event, so be sure to check with yours before making any plans, if you choose to go this route. Next, you might think, well, now I have to promote the event. And that doesn't need to be difficult either. Utilize social media, like Facebook, to spread the word about your event. Invite clients from your current book of business. They might want to attend, and maybe their family members or friends too. Ask local businesses if you can post flyers or utilize community information boards. Advertise the event in the newspaper or on a radio ad. Just remember when advertising your educational event, all educational events must be explicitly marketed as educational to beneficiaries. Educational event advertisements and invitations must also contain the following disclaimers. Quote, for accommodations of persons with special needs at meetings, call, and then insert your phone number and the TTY number, end quote. And also, quote, this event is only for educational purposes, and no plan-specific benefits or details will be shared, end quote. When your event involves Medicare Advantage or Part D, you must also include the appropriate third-party marketing organization, or TPMO, disclaimer on any printed materials distributed for the event. Our next myth to debunk. Keeping a Medicare educational event compliant will be too difficult. It's true that Medicare compliance can feel like a maze, with so many twists and turns to navigate. However, if you're partnered with a top field marketing organization like Ritter Insurance Marketing, we can help you stay up to date with and decipher the many and ever-changing CMS guidelines. When hosting an educational event, it's most important that you remember your primary focus is to educate attendees on generic Medicare Advantage, Part D, and Medicare program info. It is not to lead or attempt to lead attendees toward a specific plan or set of plans. As for additional compliance do's and don'ts and tips for holding an educational event, we've outlined all of that for you in our free guide, How to Host a Successful Medicare Educational Event. You can find the link to download your free copy in the episode notes. Moving on to the next question. Are you developing affinity partnerships for marketing? Affinity partnerships bring perks to both businesses involved. It's really a two-way street. Your partners can provide you with access to their members or patrons with the opportunity to gain referrals, and you can promote their business and bring in customers. Say you develop an affinity partnership with a local coffee shop. They allow you to put up marketing materials and hold events in their cafe, while the meetings you hold there allow your clients to purchase coffee. And the partnership can be as simple as that. It doesn't have to be a complicated deal with a bunch of promises to keep. It can be two local businesses supporting each other to increase success. Here's two myths about that. First, finding businesses that would partner with mine will be impossible. Finding an affinity partner might be easier than you think. All it can take are a few phone calls and a meeting to get the ball rolling. You'll never know until you try. We used a local coffee shop as our previous example. but there are more businesses to choose from, like grocery stores, libraries, group insurance agencies, retirement planners, senior organizations, pharmacies, doctor offices, and other local shops. You offer a vital service to your community, and an affinity partnership could be the boost your business needs to get your name in front of more consumers. Second myth, marketing my business and having affinity partnership will be expensive and cumbersome. Marketing can be expensive, but that is not always the case. And even so, it can take spending a little money to make money. However, digital marketing materials such as emails, videos, and landing pages can be no to low cost marketing options. Also, if you and your affinity partner choose to produce co-branded pieces, the cost can be shared. To make marketing an affinity partnership easy, you can agree to swap promotional materials and distribute them to your separate audiences. So, referring again to that coffee shop example, you could provide business cards, table tents, or branded coasters to be displayed in the cafe in return for handing out the shop's menus to your clients. And that is just one example of many. We hope this information has sparked a desire for you to try new tactics to generate more insurance sales success. Sometimes things we believe to be too hard or unattainable aren't as out of reach as they seem. Ritter Insurance Marketing is ready and waiting to help you along the way. Start your journey by registering on ritterim.com and tap into our support and resources. You can find the link to register, along with more resources for the topics mentioned in this episode in the episode notes. If you have any questions about how to market yourself, find affinity partnerships, or general industry questions, don't hesitate to reach out to us. You can reach out by sending an email at asgpodcast@ritterim.com or by leaving a voicemail at 1-717-562-7211. We would love to help you find answers. Thank you so much for listening. We will see you next episode. The Agent Survival Guide podcast is a production of Ritter Insurance Marketing, an integrity company. This episode was written by Emily Markovic. Script adaptation by Tina Lamoureux. Recording and production by me, Sarah Ruppel. Podcast design by Urban Rivera. Artwork by Vivian Zhao. Rate and review our show on Apple or Spotify.